Hello, everyone, and welcome to another event of Baron Series Journey. This is gonna be actually the last one, because there are some rumblings, some whispers that there is a tournament right around the corner. I'm pretty excited for that. I am accompanied by Rex Soul. How
Hello.
are you doing, Rex?
I'm right. How are you?
I'm doing great. I am very excited. This flag set is one of the most like standard flag sets I've got in my club. I'm usually a lover of nonsense. So usually the flaxes I make in my club are pretty wacky. But this one's just like do a bunch of like summon spot fights
hmm
and beat Zeromas.
Looks like it's gonna be a pretty quick one in terms of what we're giving them to start out with the mist package, the summon kit.
Oh
So
yeah, if they get like a good summon, like a Leviathan, for example, they can just like wreck the overworld. Even just like Titan does a pretty good amount of work in the overworld.
mhm. We've got Falgren doing our tracking today. Got Beauty doing our restreaming. So welcome on behalf of them. Looks like we got Tybalt and Stony doing our running today. So what do you expect to see out of the gate here, Alchemy?
I'm expecting them to. Well, first of all, like it depends on what like where underground access is. I'm kind of hoping to see like an early magma key, just to have them go underground and tear everything up. Especially because the Dwarf Castle has like extra summons for Rydia.
Sure. Yeah, the Force Magma should make that pretty quick. The Force Magma
Yeah,
flag is on.
yeah, but you never know. You could get some like uh key item uh like chains. Maybe you
hmm
need to do sod or something because that is also on the overworld. So it may take like a little bit, but I hope it's like one of the first things they get.
Sure. It'll be interesting to see the Kano free flag is not on, which means Bedward's holding a flag. Or
Ooh,
holding a key item, I'm sorry, or could be holding a key item. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly they go check that out. Usually that's one that's sometimes forgotten, because that flag of Kano free is typically on. So it'll be interesting to see when they check that one out. I think a lot has to do with what the opening key item is for the start. So let's get this game going.
indeed. Let's see who's joining Rydia and what they get. Yang, I don't know if this flag is the best for Yang.
There's your magma
Oh,
key.
let's go.
There's your magma key. It looks like we got to
That's
get the
just what I
officers.
wanted.
Officers or the Baron Guards there at Baron 1. Reminder, this is a Sea Hero flag set, meaning Rydia is going to be our hero. She's going to be controlling the agility for the game in terms of the turn, order, and speed. She's going to be doing the mirror room on Ordeals by herself if the players choose to go there. And if and when the runners, well, I would say if and when, that's one of our objectives, they forge Legend Sword, there will be a weapon for Rydia.
It will be the Mist Whip, which is basically like a glorified Stardust Rod that just hits harder. But it's still like a free Stardust Rod.
Yep.
Did people catch what the summon was? I missed it.
I did not check to see what summon was. Let's see if it's in the chat here. Tybalt going straight for Bedward.
That's fair. Like, like he could also check
Zeus gauntlets,
the
so no
ooh,
key
just
item.
gauntlet. Little tidbit for our chat. Adult Rydia can equip the Zeus gauntlets, which makes her pretty strong if you also slap the Dragon Whip on her. Pretty neat.
So a lot of looting going on here from the get-go.
It makes sense that Tybalt would go like that the opening move would be just going to Troya and then looting the as they call it public treasury.
Mhm.
That's a lot of really good stuff.
It is. It is. Got a heroine robe in there. Got was that ninja hat I saw?
Yup. I mean, it and also like
Sylph.
a Murasame too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sylph that
There's a
Stony
sylph summon
found.
on Sony's side. Yep. And there's Sylph and Leviathan right there in the the shop there in Troya. The cafe's got some hourglasses, some star veils.
The wildish, like, is like that, man. The wildish is something else.
So Stony is choosing to go throughout the large part of the watery pass cave there and loot a little bit while he can. And Tybalt's going to go down to Baron and check out what Stony's already found out. So is this particularly because of the T Wildish flags and the wild shops, or that you want to be checking a bunch of shops here to start out?
Yes, I mean, wild shops could mean that any manner of extremely good equipment could be in any shop, and also, sirens and other assorted really good consumable items could be also in any shop. So it's good to just check item shops specifically. Like for example, Tybalt just found a bunch of like stardusts, and with those, Tybalt can just blow up the overworld. That's an example.
Yep. The Kaipo weapon shop has got the Artie bow in it.
Ooh, that is great too, especially because Tybalt found that harrowing robe.
Mm-hmm.
So the harrowing and Artemis Rydia will just break everything as well.
And the Zeus gauntlets, now that we know that we can use those. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Life potions in Agard. That's nice. Sometimes you just don't find the life potions and it sucks. But good to know they're there.
So the only bad thing about going with full Artemis arrows and what have you, and Heroine Robe on Rydia is again, she's our hero. So you don't necessarily want to make her super fast when we get towards the end game. Early on,
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, that is very true. At the very least, you can equip the Artemis bow mid-fight to make sure that the agility she would gain doesn't mess up the turn order. But it's not the same. Like you can't just equip the Heroine robe mid-fight. That is a problem.
Right. So Tybalt's going to go ahead and drop the Magma King go underground, while Stony is checking out the Damsien chests and raising the hovercraft.
I wonder why raising the hovercraft. It might be because like he's already in the area, so
Yeah.
it's just like convenient routing. You don't have to. In the case that the tails pop up, it's already there. You don't need to go out of the way.
Right. So Stony's going to go check Bedward now, I'd imagine, and find the Zeus gauntlets there.
Tybalt is going straight for Dwarf, just as I mentioned, but I don't think he might just be checking jobs.
I
He
don't
doesn't
think he can
have
take Dwarf right now. Yeah.
any character power or equipment power. I mean, it's a solo really. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, and he didn't take a save either, so which is why I don't think he will be trying the
True.
boss fight.
Finding an hourglass, that is pretty nice.
There's your already arrows there.
Ooh,
I get a
and
curse
more
ring.
gauntlets. Oh man, these shops are stacked.
Yep.
You just need to loot a lot to get a lot of cash.
So you get your cursed ring there in Dwarf Castle. You've got your Artie arrows to go with your Artie bow. So you're checking out who our character is at the top of Mount Hobbs.
Indeed. It is very interesting that Tybalt went down there. It feels like Tybalt is going like a shopping spree around the world. He's like checking every single shop.
Sure. That's probably a good opportunity to remind people that this is also a permajoin flag set. Meaning if you do take a character to your party, they are stuck in your party. So you'll probably see a lot of the runners go through and check out a lot of the characters and then not pick them up immediately until they can decide who they want their last party to be.
Honestly, like personally, if I see that I have two wildish and there is no adamant flags on, I'm doing monster boxes in Antlion Castle. Like there are 3 monster boxes and Rydia. Once she gets going with a summon, even those Stardust that Tybalt found and bought, you can just deal with the chests there, and if you're lucky, you get an adamant armor.
Sure. Heroine robes there in Tomra's armor shop. And it looks like we've got the gauntlet there at Antlion Cave. This should be okay. Oh, sorry, that's not the gauntlet. Yeah, that's gauntlet. That's not the.
It's
I get
it's
thrown off when they do
vanilla
this because
gauntlet.
yeah, it looks like the guards fight, but it's not. Or
Yeah.
the Kaipo
Uh,
guard.
I like on the easier flag sets. I like putting like leaving the normal gauntlet because you can just usually always deal with it. It's not like even if you get the normal gauntlet on like Masamune altar or whatever,
Hmm.
it's still doable. But like with old gauntlet, it's just like bad to do sometimes.
Yeah. So now it looks like Stony is going to go ahead and start building his nest egg here, so he can start buying some stuff from these shops. Going
Oh
from
yeah.
0 gold to probably be 100,000 by the time he's done selling stuff. Oh, he's going to pick up Bahamut here. Is his plan. Oh, and
Ooh,
some Stardust. Okay, we'll go Stardust instead.
that,
That would go through.
that makes sense. That's gonna blow up the overworld. Sirens in the Feymarch. Oh, it seems that the Feymarch freebie was also the hook. Huh.
Yes, it was. So about that
Oh.
hovercraft, right?
Yep, about the hovercraft.
I mean, that gives you a character check right there, the hook route, which could also be good.
Yeah, but it's kind of deep into it. It is definitely like a commitment to the time spent, like
Sure.
walking down there.
With
But
the
hey,
wild,
it could be like a Fusoya or something.
yeah, with the wild shops though, is that gated shop a little bit dips. So we got Calbrenna and it looked like Bagan there at Feymarch.
I've
Um,
seen worse, but I've also
Cal,
seen better.
yeah, Calbrenna could be a little dicey, until you can get the back row
Ooh, it's
stopper.
gonna be just a lot of punching.
Yep,
But you could the HP split and the fact that the you could turn the back row dolls into frogs or something.
yep,
But that's
and
still three dolls punching you repeatedly.
yeah, Bagan's gonna hurt though. Um, definitely. So let's see, Tibble cracking a siren. Yep. Solo Rodia, 1 HP. Let's go ahead and give her some levels. Coffin.
He's just gonna use the hourglass, I guess.
No,
Oh, the
just a coffin.
coughing.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And that'll be 19 levels.
What a bizarre opening.
So, Dancing Dagger and Stardust over on Stony's side to get through. Tibble saying I'm just going to make her a little bit strong early on. I don't think. Did Tibble pick up any summons for Rydia?
I don't think so, and
I
I
don't
still don't
believe he
know
did.
what the opening summon is. Probably not very good. I mean, this will get her enough EXP to get like the ability to cast anything. Didn't Discovery or Restreamer mention it that might be going for Virus?
Mm-hmm.
Virus happens like kind of late for Iridia, so I don't know. You will need like a few more sirens for that. I guess sirens are just down there, so you could just go ahead and spend the time looting and then find them. But
Sure.
I don't know if people want to do that. Meanwhile, Stony is just like, yeah, I've got the solution for this. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, just start us every single fight. That's fine. Grimoire.
Stardust,
Ooh.
Grimoire, Dancing Dagger, all the above. That's a poor
No.
roll. That's unfortunate.
There's like so many roles that would have ended this fight
I was going to say, I think any other
single-handedly.
roll could have ended the fight, actually.
Yeah,
Any other
literally
roll.
any other one will just ended the fight, but no.
So
Had
Tibble
to
with
be
the
the,
hook
the
is
single target one.
now going to go raise the hovercraft.
That that tracks.
Outline Cave is the pink tail. Hype.
Oh
Speaking of the tail
my.
and the hook.
Speaking as yeah, wow, everything's coming up.
Mm-hmm. So pink tail there at Antlion. Let's make note of that. Got the hook there at Feymarch. Yeah, I've got my handy note sheet, but I haven't filled anything out on it, so should probably start doing that. So we got the gauntlet was that Antlion, so we can cross that one
Yep.
off.
I'm pretty curious to see what Sony's gonna do next. Because if you have the magma key start, you definitely, if you know,
Yeah, he's going
best
underground.
case
Yeah.
scenario, you try to do like even double dip in Fabul. So you kind of want to get the PAM first before even visiting Fabul. So you need to go there as least as possible. But I don't know. Moonveils and silk webs for sale in Eblan Cave. That's pretty good. Moonveil is gonna make that Calbrena fight just free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a gauntlet is just incredibly time consuming, especially if you don't have any fast sweeping. Like Sony just bought a bunch of items for that reason, and I don't think
Yeah,
Tico
but
has
that's I
them.
mean that rewards you with all adamant armor though, because adamant armor's still on the sea. That's the pink tail. So
True.
I mean that's okay. So it took him what 5 minutes maybe between buying the items and then going back and doing the fight. That's definitely worth it for the adamant
That
armor because we had
is Demist
D-Mist.
at Rubicante, but we don't care about Demist and
Nope.
Sid. We also regrettably don't care about Sid.
No, not at all.
In another flag set, he may shine, but this is not his.
Alright, so Stoney's gonna go check and find the hook there on the Feymarch run.
That
Tybalt's gonna
is
go to Fabul.
that's pretty huge. Like that is definitely gonna speed up Stony
Yeah.
quite a bit. Wow, Artemis bow right there.
Yeah, that helps.
T Wild is bonkers.
Ninja,
Sorry,
heroin,
T Wild dish.
protect.
I mean the levels that Tybalt God are gonna be like Stony with the adamant armor is gonna get basically the levels that Tybalt got, but with the adamant armor.
Yeah.
Once again, this will make Rydia very fast, but I don't think you care about that right now.
So the Fabul defense, we'll see. Dark Elf. Me change, you change, we all change for Dark Elf.
Bonking him for 500 damage. That's pretty good.
Nice power right to the face.
I mean, you can't like it takes so long comparatively to go down to the Feymarch that when you see the sirens, you're like, okay, I need to get them now.
Yeah.
So I don't need to come back here again.
Yep. And the Stony obviously will check to see who the bosses are here because those are required spots. Today's flag set.
Yep.
I don't know who's let this little kid run around Feymarch by herself, but
She's fine. That's basically her house, really.
it's true.
I mean, technically, all we need for go mode are just the darkness crystal at the forge and underground access. So
Yep.
that's like pretty fast.
Tower key from Sheila 1.
You love to see it. Making the choice of doing Keyless Tower is such a pain.
It is. And I didn't see, obviously it was Zonk for Fabul defense, but I didn't see what that was, so I was checking Stony's screen.
An Artemis bow, Sensor Tracker.
Crystal sword and Fabul, no big deal.
Oh,
Bow. Yeah, so crystal sword in case you need it, it's just hanging out Fabul, no big deal.
no Cecil so far that we've seen, but good to know that's there.
Cool 215,000, small price.
Yes, small price.
And
And you
Stony's
can
gonna
do Mount Ordeals too, which is a bit of a time sink.
it is especially since so yeah, if we want to pick up Tella here. Nope, we're just gonna fight for. So
No Tela for now, huh? I mean, Tela, once again, doing Ordeal, Tela enables like a few grinds. and could
Yep.
get the team into shape pretty early. So might just come back to pick him up later because Stella doesn't care about levels, but
Right.
or just might not want him on the team really.
All right. So Stony with the admin armor.
Let let's
Good.
see if Stoney
Good
can
route.
leverage it.
Gonna go right to hook route.
Interesting. Might be interested in the shops and the character like Tibble was. This is huge. Is Tibble gonna reset out of this long as heck gauntlet, or is Tibble gonna just stick with it? Important.
I don't know. With that power rod, that. Well, yeah. Let's see here.
It takes a while, right?
It
Like
still
like
takes a
feel like
while.
Rydia with virus. Virus is like a zero cast spell. Could
Right.
like do it really like much faster. So I don't know. We'll see
Guess we'll see in
there.
a moment.
Indeed.
And it looks like he's gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean lit bold. That's gonna be like 200 and something.
Be enough.
Enough.
First group. Yep.
Alright, this spot doesn't even have that much HP, so these things are all gonna die to one single tap, of anything. Oh, he's got like a couple
Stardust.
Stardust.
Yep.
It's fine now.
Yep. I saw Zeus Rage in there too. So
Should be good.
Stony looks like he's electing to take the Sid.
Interesting. I mean,
I know it's an
if
interesting pick
you
at this
need
point
a
in time.
fighter, you have the adamant armor, which compensates for Sid's slow speed.
Yep.
And you put the Artemis bow on Sid, and Sid is gonna tear the Sid up.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I see it, especially because you don't want Rydia to be fast later on.
Yeah.
Yep, Sid is now a permanent member of Sony's team. Would you look at that? Why saving? Gonna check for monster boxes?
We shall see, because I don't know how Stony normally plays. He did pick a different save slot. So, I might be with you. So maybe checking the monster boxes and going from there. He didn't equip the adamant armor on yet.
Odd.
Well, because you also
I wonder
understand
why.
you can't take it back off without having the weaknesses applied to the previous character. So you maybe hold the adamant armor for maybe a stronger character.
Perhaps. I've never cared much for the adamant sickness personally because not that many things do elemental damage on you in like bosses.
Mm-hmm.
But it does hurt when that happens.
We got a blizzard there. That should. We just do poison axe and go.
Very nice. I mean, really gets the HP anyways, so it's fine. The problem would be falling asleep, but actually I think cities were in the bandana. Is that the one that protects from sleep? I think it is. Or is that the headband? I
I
get
think
them
it's the
confused all
headband.
the time.
I think it's the headband.
Well, he's not getting sleepy.
Ninja hat out of all of them. We were wrong for all of those. But he had the ninja hat on, which is why he's not falling asleep. So quick work there. Tibble gets his adamant armor. Crystal ring. Not a terrible not a terrible reward for that. Another coffin. That'll come in handy as well. Bandana is charm. So we were all around it, just not on it.
So many pieces of like things to put on your head, really.
Alright, so we've got a purple robe there, bearing in.
Rosa is nice. You want to have a white mage on your team.
Or that's your Katniss. He put the Artie bow on her with the heroine robe and
True.
let her go to town.
I mean, heroine robe is basically like a DS kind of armor, anyways.
Golbez, ooh, that's not gonna be fun. That's not gonna be fun at all.
I mean, just skip. You could just put the a Starveil on, and he will like
Already. Oh
take
no, you got
himself
mute
out.
arrows.
I don't think he is a mage, believe it or not.
He
Is
takes fire and holy, I think is what it's weak
yeah,
to.
fire and holy are his weaknesses.
Yep.
But like, I don't even know if the spells are that strong in this spot. I think they are. I'm not sure. No, they're really good on the previous spot because the guards cast status effects.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of like a problem too, because you will ideally want to put the Starveil on and then just let himself like take himself out. But if the spells are not very strong, it's just not gonna do that much damage to himself. But we'll see.
All right, Bahamut summon picked up by Stony. That'll make things easy as well.
Ooh, finally. There's the good spells for Rydia.
Mm-hmm.
Time to destroy the entire seed.
So he's like, "Where'd I put that?" There it is.
That's what happens
Slight
when
moment
you have
of panic by Stony. You just spent 60,000. Can't figure out what you bought it on.
it. That's what happens when you have like a chest flag with so many good treasures that your inventory becomes so cluttered. People
So
taking out that gold
quick
is
work.
no problem.
Yeah, quick. There's the darkness crystal.
Whoa! That's almost go mode. Almost, but not quite. We still need to forge.
Ah, with the Baron key too.
Yeah, that Rose is going into the team.
Yeah, the
Absolutely.
Baron key will help you with the throne. So we'll need that as well.
That is true. Stony
My
should be able to take this couple fights even faster because of the powerful Sid.
powerful Sid, and you get Bahamut and Iridia now.
Oh
She can't
yeah.
cast it yet. Well, she can't cast it yet. She doesn't have the magic powers yet. Or the magic points.
I think Stony got a couple levels, so she might be able to cast it, but only once. It is only like what 60 MP.
Yeah, 60. Leviathan's 50 and Bahamut's 60. Tibble
I
raising the
I
whale on his side.
makes sense. There's another character in the moon, so it makes total sense. And a shop.
Do you see Tibble going for the hairdryer?
Honestly, uh, but Tibalt doesn't have like a strong sweep like Stony has,
Oh, that's
so
right.
maybe
Stony's
not
gonna, yeah.
that.
I mean,
I
he's
guess
got an
it's
hourglass.
Stony.
He's got an hourglass. He's got an arty bow.
True. But you kind of wanna, if you want to do those encounters fast, you want the sweeper. I mean, it's still like you can totally do it, and the reward could be a second adamant armor. That's pretty nice. Or even if you got a Cecil, it could be like a holy sword, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely like, aside from the EXP factor, it is definitely tempting to try it.
All right, so Stony.
Oh, HP ran
Oh
out.
no! Stony electing to not do the Starville strat. Oh, it
Oh,
did on
Sid,
Iridia.
has
Sid's got one. Okay.
it's
Iridia's
fine.
gonna get
It's
the
fine.
yeah.
It's just
Iridia's
a
gonna get
shame.
the HP anyway, or the XP anyway. LST Dias is going to bring us Eddie.
Well,
Hmm.
this is also not his fact that. I mean, just need a spoon, and we do have some elements lying around. So if you want it, you could make him as a strong contender. But I don't think Table is interested right this second.
No, I don't think so. Because there's not a distinct flag on this set, is there? There's not.
The what flag?
There's a character distinct flag, distinct 7 or distinct 8.
Oh no.
So,
All characters should be available.
yep. So we're going to check, see who's at the cave value spot.
Honestly, totally fair. I do like knowledge checks, like knowledge face check-ins all the time too. if it's a free boss, Tibble has hourglasses and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like coffins, etc. So
It is. Ooh.
Jack Saruni, that's
Dark
a
Knight
comeback
Cecil.
later certified
That's a
moment.
we'll take that another time.
Yup.
That's
I'll come back when I've got like 2000 HP moment.
yeah. That's
Yes, it is
it's
a
a
free boss
it's a
with
free
quote.
boss.
A free boss.
All right, so Tibble comes back down to Earth. Stoney's gonna go up to the moon. And yep, we are going to have Katniss Rosa.
It makes total sense.
Yep.
Nothing good to put on the ring slot.
Nope,
Will
and
be
we don't have very good
nice.
arrows right now either. So, but there were already
Yeah.
arrows. I believe dwarfs. Weapon
They're
shop had
pretty
dwarf.
expensive though. Gotta be careful with the money.
All right, tower key. So we're going to do a full tower sweep here.
Tybalt doesn't seem interested in the monster boxes,
Nope.
even though they're pretty easy. But they're still time consuming. Me personally, there are like a few chests that are like along the way, so
Yeah.
I try opening those, and if I get a monster box, then nice. If I don't, then I don't go out of my way.
Right. That chest on that previous floor, that I'll pick up that one just because it's a few blocks off the beaten path. But
Right. But even then, if you don't feel like you need it, then you just don't do it.
yeah,
That's a skill you need to acquire at some point.
is
By,
that
by,
leg
like,
or elements? Leg.
oh, that's nice that he's here. Very pleasant. He can be problematic in some other spots. There's virus on Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sweeper right there.
Alright, so Stoney's going to go up to the moon. Take another save. I wonder if this is just, I'm going to check the character. If it's not character 1, we'll reset back down. Would be my guess. Not checking the top of the, not going to the top of the tower. Interesting play by Tybalt.
Oh.
Did he know who the top of the tower was? No, because he didn't finish the hook route. So
No, we didn't
we're
do the hook route, so
yeah,
there's no
we
way for
just
people to know. He
so we
just
just stayed
said,
at the top.
"Okay, bye."
Hourglasses on the moon.
I mean, our tracker program making the point that our party isn't up to stuff for the top of the tower boss, but I feel like really in the back row with that virus and the adamant armor might just be enough. IMO. But there are some scary bosses that could like put that like make that down the drain. So
Oh yeah, I
I
mean you go
understand.
you find a nope rope up there, you're in trouble. I mean,
Oh, Stardust for free. That's huge.
so Stardust Rod coming off the tower key, right?
Yup, that is huge for Rydia. That Rydia is gonna be tearing everything up.
Looks like Octomammoth is at Dwarf 1. Should make quick work of that one. Might be a little punchy though. Could be a little punchy.
A little bit, but I think that they should be fine again, especially with the adamant armor if
So,
people has it equipped.
Tony says no to Eddie.
Unsurprising.
And he's going to check value out, I'd imagine. Now he's going to hairdryers. So, with Bahamut, that's an easy fight.
Yeah, you just need to cast Bahamut.
Yep.
I mean, Rydia needs to survive until Bahamut comes out, of course. But
Octo is
if
always
she's
dangerous.
in the back row, then
They are well armed. That's fantastic.
at least 8 arms. That's pretty dangerous.
Alright, so here comes the Bahamut cast.
That's fine.
Uh-oh!
Ooh, decent. Well, the hourglass was thrown off already. All of those attacks were
Yep.
queued, I believe, so should be fine now at least.
And the nice thing is you do not lose your magic points unless it's actually cast, unlike if you're darting something.
Items are indeed consumed, and it sucks.
Yes, it does. It's a very feels bad moment. All right, 30,000 XP over there.
Ooh, bunch of levels for everyone involved. Very nice. And we'll see if we get anything jammy out of that chest. That is a
Moonveil.
Moonveil. A free Moonveil? We take those.
Moonveil with a lot of levels.
Shoutouts to Tibalt's Rydia dealing 2,000 damage with the viruses.
Mm-hmm.
No problems
Worth
there.
2 Mom Bomb.
That is
So we
like
have to
one
go-
of the worst spots to put bomb boning. How obnoxious.
Or Water Hag, one of the two. So we got a Quack Boy. I would take Quack Boy. Yep.
Oh, Tibalt is going for reflex strats. It must be. That tracks, I guess. Fair enough. Your hero's a mage.
Well, you've got your hero today is Rydia.
You can see her in the middle for next time. She's right there.
Right at the middle screen.
Easy to get lost with all the high octane action happening, though.
Yeah, the bad part about Mom Bomb here is yes, we still only have the 3,000 HP pool, but she has to go through the 2 phases at least the first 2 phases. Let's say explode. We have to make sure that all 6 bombs show up on your screen before you begin to cast virus, or else you only hit one of them. Stony sees DKC and says, "Yeah, not today, my friend. Maybe later."
Yeah. Once again, come
Not
back when
today.
I've got a couple thousand HPs.
All right, something to note: this flag set was vanilla grow up, meaning when Rydia just grew up to her adult self, she picked up Mist, Indra, Jin, Sheba, and Titan as she would have in the original vanilla game. Is the
There is a reason
assortment.
for that, because today, in Virus Heroes Journey, if you don't know, we do what we like to call meta objectives, which are like objectives that the game are not allowed to keep track of. So like silly little rules from outside of the game. And like today's is having Rydia cast Mist in the Bahamut spot. Kind of like, I like my like, little narrative flourishes. So that's why Vanilla Grow Up is on. So she does get Mist every time.
Rat-tailed sealed cave using the warp glitch on Tybalt's side.
So nice that you don't need to go down there.
Sand ruby.
That's
coming
like 2
out,
key items back to back. That's very nice. That's 7 key items for Tybalt. Pretty good.
Fabul defense down for Stony. And are we going after another? What are we selling everything for here? What was that? I don't remember the heroine robe being here.
Time to throw all of my items at the shopkeep.
Ah, Zeus Scotland curse ring. Okay, wrong shop. There's the curse ring. Okay.
Very nice.
66,000 well spent. Well spent.
If you put the curse ring on Rydia, then you can still put the adamant armor on Rydia, and with the Star's Rod, she still has like a net gain of 15 wisdom. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, the reflect strat's kind of the kind of juxtaposition here against we've seen several arty bows already, several the adamant armor, we've seen heroine robes, could go a full-on berserk stat.
Yeah, wasn't it?
That was Fisoya.
If Tybalt is going for reflex rats, why did he not pick up the Fisoya? Huh. What's on the mind of Tybalt tonight? Very mysterious, very mysterious. Gotta have to pick his brain later.
Turn in the rat tail. And that's gonna be a life staff.
Oh, perfect. I mean, it is a song, but that's one of the best songs for like Rosa when she starts actually casting healing spells. You
And
know,
there.
knowing that like literally like all characters are in the seed, and that the equipment is so readily available, you might want that Cecil. That
And
might be why, but I am only theorizing. We'll have to ask
yeah,
people later.
yeah. So Stony decided to put the admin armor on Rosa with the arty bow.
That Rosa is very strong.
So she's going to be going to town. So Tibble's going to do our first Ordeals checks, and Stony right behind. Ordeals 1, Red Robe,
The Dark Imps?
Dark Imps.
Huh. Well, you kind of want to see this guy somewhere else, but oh well.
A quick cast of Virus should save the day. Ooh. Uh-oh.
It should still be fine.
Yeah, because they're going to miss Rudy with... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like, that radii is cracked right now.
Yeah, the only reason I could see Tibble turning down Foo is if he doesn't want to go full Reflect.
Yeah, he might want to go with hybrid strats, with all the powerful equipment.
I mean, because you're stuck, if you end up fighting, CPU,
That's fair.
this one here, it's like, you want to be able to do some sort of physical damage.
I don't know if Tibble has mute arrows around. Yep, this is fine. And there's Bursk. Yep, goodbye, Asura. Goodness
Yup.
gracious, that was fast.
Cool 48,000, 4,800 from Rosa. No big deal. All right, so again, wear the Sea Hero flag on this. So Rydia will be going into the mirror room by herself. Don't see this being an issue for either contestant here.
Oh, absolutely. They should be entirely fine. Fulgrim saying, using mute arrows in this economy? Crystal helmet, that sucks.
That's not ideal. Not ideal at all.
Money hat.
Baron guards.
Goodbye.
Yep. Have a nice day.
I mean, this does give Tella the spells, and if Tibalt wanted, he could just go grind right now. But of course, he does not have a party of 5 yet.
I'm wondering if this is a setup.
Yeah, but Tibalt has 3 characters right now, and he needs 5 to do the slingshot. So, and he still did turn down Fusoya. He could have
Well, he knows
grabbed
he's got
Fusoya
Fusoya. He
from the
knows he's got
bed.
Sid still as well. He
True, I
knows
guess he
where
could
Sid
get
is.
the... That's fair. So, like, if Tibalt wanted, he could just grab, like, 2 party members and do a demishing grind.
Yeah.
So we'll see what Tibalt decides to do. I think
so
it's
Tibble
very interesting that both
is
have
going to go to the top. He's
erasers.
going to go to the
Like,
top of the tower. Oh, wait. Not
ooh,
quite.
no, just gonna check the shop. Exits.
Exits would be okay. You don't have a caster right now.
Yeah, Rosan learns exit at Zod.
But we haven't gone to Zot yet.
True, we haven't even seen the Earth Crystal.
Alright, so
Oh,
Tibble's going
yep,
to go back to the top.
there he goes.
And grab Yang.
Young.
That's a beefy tank.
Just grabs, yanks, and leaves. This guy.
It's a Fu and Friend strat.
Could be.
Yeah. The Fu and
Kind of
Friend strat
curious why he didn't just wake Fusoya up, though. Huh.
originally. Alright, so
Oh, Roddy Sniper putting
yeah,
up a good
that's a
point.
very good idea.
Like having the Jiang, which is, as we know, a beefy man with the highest HP values to survive the Dark Knight Cecil waves. That's pretty fair, yeah.
Alright, so there's our party of 5 for Tybalt.
Indeed. Now we'll have to see if Fusoya even has weak. He may just not have it yet.
Yep, sure does.
There it is. Okay.
Looks
Line
like we're setting up for it
is
too.
enabled. Meanwhile, Sonic is blowing up Dwarf Castle, and I doubt Stony will have any problems with that.
Nope, decided to take on the Quack Kid as well.
Oh, that is a more eclectic party than Tybalt. That Yang, very interesting.
So we're going for another Zeus Gauntlet, I'd imagine. Whether
I
Zeus
mean-
Gauntlet and Fabul.
The more Suscondas you have, the better, really.
The Zeus Gauntlet was in that's Cat Claws.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Zeus.
couple cock claws.
Yeah. Zeus
Of
Gauntlet was in
course.
Dwarf Castle.
I find it very cute that Fabul was the one selling the cock claws.
Mm-hmm. His home. Alright, so Stony makes quick work of the Bomb and will be rewarded with the Sand Ruby.
Hopefully, Sony
Along.
remembers to do the warp glitch.
Mm-hmm. Which that'll be the Rat Tail. For a life staff. Tybalt going back in. Hourglass.
Oops.
Hourglasses.
Forgot the hourglasses.
Need those. Alright. So, D-Machine grind incoming. Which I need to study this quite well, because I've never done the D-Machine grind. We don't have the Baron key yet. We don't have either half of the Legend Sword and Adamant Forge combo.
Indeed. But you know, it the whole moon is right there, right for the picking.
First ring, taking everything of any sort of speed off of Rydia. As one would suspect. And get the pair of cat claws.
That's gonna make Jiang pretty dang strong. That's neat.
We haven't. No one has the adamant armor on yet.
How interesting. I will have definitely slapped it on already on someone, but Tybalt seems to be saving it. Do note what I do doesn't mean that the runners are incorrect in any
Oh,
way,
absolutely.
shape, or form. I am not very good at this game, but
Yeah, he took it off
I can
Rydia,
only
he just
speak
never
from
put it
my
back on.
experience. Oh, he took it off Rydia. Okay.
Yeah, he took it off.
Neat,
He took it
neat.
off Rydia. So the Artie bow is sitting in the inventory. So is the adamant armor. There we go. Okay, it's going to Palom. Stony rewarded with the life staff.
Yeah, I mean, it is nice. Okay, how is Tibble gonna face off against the Dark Knight himself?
I mean, you're obviously scripting this. You're not trying to kill him because you can't. Okay. Okay. This makes a lot more sense.
Oh, yeah,
A
this explains
lot
it.
more sense.
Yeah, because I was like, sure, got the Jang, but Jang has like 300 XP, like HP.
This makes a lot more sense. Although if they all die, it doesn't help you. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
always forget.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
I,
Beauty and Discovery reminded me that yes, you have to cast the Mist against the boss at the Behemoth spot. So there's that too.
I thought it's optional, but they're going to try to do the optional as best as they possibly can.
Yes.
That's the whole theme of the club. So
Yeah.
all right. So C does have jokes today.
See,
Life glitch in
tend to have
place.
joke.
Weak being cast. Is your iced 2? Nope.
Gotta make sure the hit lands.
Mm-hmm. 23 levels for Yang. That's that'll do.
Antlion up there. Huh.
Artie bow and Artie arrows. Another siren.
Makes sense. Although with
We
that
have
HP, I think Jan can do it with some Cure 3s. He could keep himself alive, but of course, if you want to cast Bahamut, you need some more HP on Rydia.
the life glitch off. Yes, we do. I'm gonna get Yang back up. Another cast of weak. In the meantime, Rudy's gonna blarg Antlion on Sony's side. Because why not?
Hello, Antlion. Goodbye, Antlion.
That's a higher HP spot, so we'll see a couple of casts.
Fair.
Nice drag and grind by Tybalt here. Those 10
Yeah, Tybalt is doing
those
this
10-hour
really,
blasters
really
are going to do
quickly.
work.
Yep.
You've got your party, you might as well go ahead and level them up.
Indeed, this is the party you have after all. It is what I'm doing. As a reminder.
There's your second Bahamut, so Antlion is now down.
There it is. Could Forge be hiding up here? I wonder.
There's part of it. Adamant Rock.
Oh, indeed.
So the fading at the top of the tower.
Yeah, this
Maybe
is huge, Sony.
that may be what's keeping Stony in this race right now, because Tybalt with this grinding right now is going to take off like a cannon up here on the moon. If he decides to, because we have the K-Moon flags on, he can go ahead and clear the moon while he's up here. And pick up several more levels in quick fashion. Yes, Snuggly, all objectives, all 5, are needed to gain the crystal.
Stony has a huge advantage because if Stony finds the Legend Sword anywhere in the moon, for example, they just need to sweep the rest of the moon and go to the underground, and that's it.
Yeah. Because I think at this point in time, the top of that tower is going to be the last place Tybalt's going to check. You don't usually fade it and then go back to it middle of the run.
Throwing some life glitches right in the mix. A double life glitch. Is
Double
that
life
two?
glitch.
Wow. T-Bolt is so good at this game. But it's so good. Whoa, look at the XP, damn.
120,000.
From a single fight, that's bonkers good.
Alright, so Stony is going to take on the Feymarch bosses, it looks like.
But yeah, there is a very real danger, in quotes, for T-Bolt of like full clearing the seed except
Yeah.
like top of tower and then coming and doing top of tower last. We'll see though.
Now, Tibble's down to 2 life potions after these two go off. Alright, so we've got our Bahamut going off. We need to keep Palom alive though, because we need him to gain levels.
This Calbrena shouldn't be much of a problem with, especially with that blink on Radia.
Yeah,
very,
she's
very
gonna,
smart choice.
yeah, she's gonna blarg this we all over, but Palomite getting the XP's not ideal. This fight's not as bad as the other fight.
Indeed. Yeah,
Alright, so
and
Tibble,
you're missing out on the EXP from the big doll too, which is not great, but still, you know, had to be done.
Avenger, which is good for no one in either party right now.
Yeah, where's Kang and Cecil? They're just not around. One of them has to be the giant.
Or they could be behind the package.
True. Both not ideal.
Or could be in Baron Castle, which we haven't seen it either. Could be on Zot. There's plenty of places they could be. But I'm guessing Tibble doesn't care at this point in time. Tibble's ready to go with his party. Here's the fight we knew was going to be a little dicey. Gotta get that blink off on Radia before the... Now the arms, the vampire on the arms will still go through a blink, so that's not completely free.
True, but I don't think draying is gonna be that much of a problem. Now let's see the moment of truth for Tybalt.
Oh, you got 3,600 on Yang. He's gonna be fine.
True. Yikes!
Ah, oh, it's gonna be close.
And I don't think Tybalt has like Cure 3s.
It's
which
gonna
will,
be
like, help out a
close.
lot. He's so fast! This hacking knight is so fast. Look at that! Oh! Bad rolls, bad rolls.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
Tybalt could do the exact, like, the fight again and just get better rolls and just survive.
Yeah, oh yeah,
again.
that's definitely, he lost RNG there. That was quite unfortunate. Alright, so Stony gets through Queen of Feymarch, and there is the pan. Alright. So 2 objectives up on Stony's side.
And that pan could be hiding the sword as well.
Yep.
That Cure 4 was pretty
That
clutch.
Cure Fuel will do it, so that's, you'll see,
No Bahamut's here, but honestly, I don't blame him.
yeah, you're not worried about the
The main
optional
objective
objective.
here,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Alright, so Radia still gets experience here as the hero. Yang will pick some experience, and the pass is located here. Value providing mediocre value. But to be fair, Tybalt no longer has to come back to the moon though, if the items he needs for the rest of the objectives are not on the moon. With that
I
pass,
mean, you're here on the moon. Have you got the levels? Perhaps you clear them the LSC?
I would have cleared the entire moon while I'm here. You've got the
Really?
levels. It's 15 minutes or so to clear the moon. That's what 5 key item checks. So I would go ahead and do it because he still needs, as far as he knows, he still needs three different key items. He needs the adamant rock, the sword, and the Baron key. So I think you absolutely clear the moon while you're here.
Yeah, I
Stony,
don't blame Tybalt for doing this. Of course, we in the booth know that adamant rock is burning a hole in Tybalt's pocket.
yep.
Like an ethereal hole because he's not aware of it, but we are.
Twin harp for the bonk.
Oh, you don't want to do twin harp if you can avoid it.
So twin harp for the bonk. We're gonna go up to see Sheila 2.
Like we love the twin harp cutscene in this house, but it takes 5 million years.
Yeah, but if you're Stony and you, it all depends on what Stony's mindset is right now. If Stony feels he's behind at all, he might take the twin harp just as a gotcha play.
Indeed.
Oof. Little nope rope action.
Man, oh Pogo. Ugh. And he doesn't respond well to magic either. So this
Alright,
kind of
so-
sucks for Tybalt's party.
Yep. So spoon coming off the pan.
I mean, the Iron Man Spoon word is really strong.
I was gonna say Stony only has 3 players, three people in his party, so he can go pick up Edward if he absolutely wanted to.
But you know, are you gonna fill up the spot with Edward? But once like, but then at the game, you're nearing the end of the game, and you need to do, do your run at some point, right?
You've got a spoon. You got adamant armor. You got Zeus. Oh, he can't wear Zeus gauntlets. Yep, 11k items. Good call to Fulgrim. Yeah, he's doing Magnus. Yeah. I'm not upset. I'm not upset about this play. I know it's a longer check.
I mean, there is the thing where key main
K
checks
mains.
have a higher percent chance of like having actual key items.
Yep.
So it's fair. I understand it. It is just like a choice you gotta make, right? You gotta commit to.
Yeah,
to
commit.
the
Yeah,
choice.
you gotta commit to it. Yeah, you have to commit.
Who goes down, but so does Pogo on Tybalt's side, and he's through.
All right, so the Mirror Altar gives us the Luca key, which we really
not
don't care
great.
about. It's a key item. That's about it.
8 key items.
Mm-hmm. Am I missing one? Because the pass doesn't count.
Not yet, it doesn't.
Nope. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
We have to wait until 5.0 until the pass
wait
comes
for
an
it.
item. I mean, Fulgrim, I'm as excited as anyone else for 5.0, but it's not here yet, buddy.
All right, so let's take a break there, Alchemy. Let's rest our throats for the minute or for the hour we've been talking and listen to some righteous tunes.
Let's go. Very
Well,
nice Mystic Quest song.
I know, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Excalibur, okay,
Oh.
not
I saw the sword and I got really excited that it was the other parafort
yeah,
for just in quotes just the Excalibur.
yeah, just the Excalibur. It's unfortunate. My line of friends over there at the CS altar.
Do you love to see it? This fight is kind of a nothing burger at this point.
So Stony makes a play. We get some awesome tunes, but in the end, it's a womp womp.
I mean, if we found the
Unless now,
Cecil,
I was gonna
this
say
would
timeout.
be amazing.
He's got one more party spot left.
But we don't
Um,
have any more character checks aside from
he
the giant.
well, with the Baron Castle, they have to go to Baron Castle,
Yeah, but we don't have the key, I mean.
but you're going to need eventually. It's one of your objectives. You have to do the basement throne, so they will
Oh,
have to go to it at
yeah.
one point in time.
True. True. Fair enough.
Yeah, it will be a check they will get to have. Now,
Wait,
whether
did
that check's
Sony
the
not
very
just
end.
or did Sony not
Oh,
just a free adamant?
that's nice.
I mean, 2 adamants is very nice. That's
Hmm.
for sure.
Stony did not have the tower key when he went up. He did keyless tower.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he
Gotcha.
did keyless tower.
I don't recall the super cannon being anything important.
Super cannon was no, it was not.
I'll track it, confirm it. I know it wasn't. Oh well,
No.
but you gotta do it. It's right there, right?
Yep.
Of course, Tybalt is playing on
Sybil.
stream, so he
Yep.
has to do
The
the
pink
pink
puffs.
puff. Good luck, Tybalt. Maybe he'll get a third element. Who knows? Toad works on the puffs? I always forget.
Sure
That's
does.
all of them, yep. That's convenient. Makes him extremely non-threatening.
There's a monster box for
Oh,
Stony.
that's a freebie, basically.
Hmm.
I mean, just a need to kill the alert, of course.
Yeah, but if it ends up being
Naga
Stardust Rod or
is like the weakest monster it can summon to with lowest HP, if I recall, so that's pretty nice. We level out of it too. How quaint.
that's Ribbon. It's not terrible. Not terrible.
Yeah, Ribbon, aside from protecting against all status effects except Berserk, it also has, if I recall, it's like the best magic defense piece of like headgear, so it's pretty nice for Ceremas.
Alright, so Stony's going to leave the tower. Unfortunately, we'll not get a key item from that check. We're still missing the package, the Legend Sword, the Earth Crystal, and the Baron Key. Everything else we know where it's located, so we appear know where it's located.
I mean, it's gotta be in the
Stardust Rod.
moon
It
at
was
this
yeah.
point.
Stardust Rod wasn't terrible, so
Okay, Stardust Sword is pretty nice for sure. Yeah, I think it's the moon now. Yeah.
Yep.
So at this point, both the Baron Key and the Legend Sword have to be on the moon, or perhaps the Earth Crystal into those.
Yeah, Earth Crystal into it, the Baron Key into it.
There is Edward.
Yep, with a spoon. Spoon and adamant armor. Edward going to town.
I mean, I get it.
Where? Stony. I was gonna say you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go with that particular vessel. You need the other one.
Well,
All right.
let's see.
Pink puffs. A little medio action on Fusoya.
Nothing here. Nothing to see here, folks.
Nope, nothing to see.
But you know, Stony has pretty low levels. Is like Stony also going to do gold dragons or something?
He's got 6 sirens. I don't see him having any hourglasses though.
You could always use Bahamut the gold dragons, I guess, but Stony never found Fusoya. That's very interesting.
Blarg.
Let's see which burn.
Glance.
That's pretty bad, actually. That sucks.
That's not good. Using
Uh-oh, here comes White. Pew, 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 pew.
White. Down goes Yang. This is not ideal. Fire 3. Okay. Okay, so Stony did have a couple. This is not ideal.
I mean, at the very least, Fusoya didn't use like Quake or anything like that.
True. Yeah, all this before the nukes. That's correct. Because that still happens.
Fire 2 still cute, but it didn't come out. Okay.
Alright, so Edward's hiding now on Stony's side. He'll pick up several levels, so will Palom.
Life 2, smart. I like
Yep.
it.
Here comes the nuke. There goes Rydia.
That target.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, it was a great target for Wyvern.
Yeah, it was. Take out your biggest threat.
I mean, good.
I would say that's
Very
not
nice.
to kill him. So first set of gold dragons for 180,000 XP on Stony's side.
6, 7 levels. Do you like to see it?
31 for Palom and how many for Edward? Eventually we'll find out.
Oh yeah, Edward exists. He's just hidden.
35 levels.
35. Wow.
So we do that 1 or 2 more times and we're set to go.
It's kind of funny that T-Bolt has Yang for the Dark Knight Cecil and Sony has Sid.
Uh-huh.
Kind of funny how that turned out. Oh man, this Wyvern is pretty scary.
Yeah, it's we're only doing 2,000 and 3,000 a pop. There's a 4,000 hit.
I mean that is a problem when you have your party of mages and they're not allowed to cast spells directly onto him.
Yeah, because you're not cast. Now here's the question: would this been a time to Starveil up everybody and use Bahamut and get the Mega Nuke off?
Oh, interesting. I guess so. Yeah.
That's what I would have probably done. Is go ahead. You've got the Starveils. Go ahead and Starveil your party up. Use your Bahamut cast to get the Mega Nuke off and have him Mega Nuke 5 back at his face. There's Earth Crystal and Baron.
Wow.
So that is go mode. No, it's not. No, it's not because we don't have the Legend Sword. Sorry. My apologies. I got a little carried away.
Have two rabbit holes. Choose the one you like the most.
Yep. That's right. Tybalt never got Bahamut, but any cast would have worked though. At that point in time, though, I think that would have been my play. Of course, I'm just a new cat player over here, so don't mind me. Kenyazo at the White Spear Altar.
Ouch! That was a big punch. Did you wind it up, Kenaso? Goodness.
This wave's gonna hurt too.
Oh yeah.
This wave's gonna hurt a lot.
Yikes. Oof. I mean, it's fine. We've got white mages.
Yeah, it could have been worse, but yeah, that's...
I've seen worse ones, but this guy punches hard. At least we can cast direct nukes now, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Gold Dragon's going down again on Stony's side. That's white for Rosa. Medio for Palom.
Very nice. Getting pretty close to that perfect party.
Yep,
And those levels are real good.
Yes, they're all at 50 now, so
Yeah, but Rydia needs a few more for
Brittany
Nuke.
needs Nuke. She needs to get 54, so he may run one more Siren. Well, he's got several bosses he has to kill anyway.
A
So
white shirt.
white shirt.
I mean, that is pretty nice, but hardly what you want.
I mean, it's good for Fasoya because you're not gonna put it on Rosa.
Did Beauty Discovery or Restreamer mentioning that Sony did not save before this? Oh man, the confidence. Oh, that is terrifying. I mean, yes, did you?
I mean,
Like,
he's fine.
Sony got it,
It's
but that's terrifying.
ooh, D Lunar's at Masamune altar. This is not gonna be fun either.
Oh, you.
This is
Hopefully
not gonna be great.
we see some frogs.
This is not gonna be.
White. You know what? Yeah, that's gonna be quite nice, right? Close. Good call.
There's the pass. Johnny finds out for knocking out his third objective. We're just direct casting some heavy spells here.
Fair enough, since they just react backly to physical attacks. You just have Jang hang back, and that's fine.
Correct. The
Ooh.
mop is on the ground.
They are still hitting pretty dang hard.
Yeah, because they're going to have about 30 or 40,000 apiece here, even with split HP.
Pretty dangerous. And the breath is coming anytime now.
I was gonna say that should be next actually.
And that's pretty scary if you don't have any resist ailments equipping on, which I think that they do, but I don't know if everyone on the team has something.
There we go.
Oof, that was pretty fast. Damn, the damage output that Tibble has with the direct casts are pretty nice. Masamune, another one in the bag.
That sounds like a vanilla altar, doesn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
That's what that sounds like.
I didn't even notice. That's funny.
Alright, so now Tybalt's racking his brain.
There's only one altar left. There's the Muramasa, but after that, you have two options, two choices. Well, there's the tower too, but
he already did the Mura altar. He's already done all of the moon checks now.
Oh, he did Mura? Okay.
Yeah, he did Mura. Mura was where the Nope Rope was, the Ogopogo.
Oh right, thank you.
So he's probably headed to Baron next time he has the key. So.
Yeah, chase your objectives.
Chase the objective.
Right? So.
Yep.
Both players taking as news. That's kind of cute.
Alright, so Tybalt's going back down. Stoney's going back up.
But the thing is, all Stoney needs to do, like, if of course, you could just go do the ribbon room, and once you get the Earth Crystal and the Baron Key, just like dip out of the moon.
Yeah.
That is a choice you can make. But it is very tempting to stay in the moon and full clear it, so you don't have to come back. But you know, those are the key items you need, right? So
yep.
What are the chances that the sword is gonna be also on the moon?
We have to remember that Tibble still doesn't know that the top of the Tower of Babel has the Adamant Rock.
Yup, but Stoney does. Stoney knows
Stoney
that.
does. So
like the moment he gets Earth and Baron Key, like the rest could be just garbage he doesn't need, or the Legend Sword. But,
or again. So Pan coming from There's a couple things you can throw Tibble off. There's a
True.
couple things left that can throw Tibble off. Now,
And was from like a sweet spot, right? Or something?
was that?
One of the two. The Asura or Leviathan spots.
Yep.
I mean, so Tibble is gonna find the Pang eventually. 'Cause
Yeah, which means
he's
that
gonna do those.
is he going to fade the Twin Harp, or is he going to say okay maybe, or is he going to say maybe it's the Adamant Rock behind the Twin Harp?
That's fair. Like, just because Tibble did the Moon, it may seem like he is like ahead of Sony in quotes, but Sony has just done a few other slow checks that Tibble hasn't done yet.
Yeah, I think it's pretty even right now, just because of the way the routing is going.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that our racers have like diverged a few times, but then like converge and then diverge again and then converged again. It's kind of cool. Like that happened earlier in Ordeals too.
Yeah, I think the pass being in play is what makes this even right now.
True. Tibble not even caring about the actual Baron Castle reward.
Nope.
Says I'm out of here. I'm only here for one thing and one thing only.
Which is going to be an issue if that Baron Castle reward is the Legend Sword.
True, it could be.
I don't see it being entirely.
Baron, right?
He'll go back in and do it here in a second. He's trying to save himself a check and get one of these here, but
this is fine. I mean, yeah, you can just always finish Baron after this fight. There's nothing stopping you.
I always used to do Baron Castle this way just to avoid that cutscene and go back in. Until I wiped one time and decided that was not the right play. Dr. Dialogue here at the throne.
Grr. Anyway, Dr. Luge, I'm Balnab, I'm just going to go down like chumps.
Yep. So while we're waiting for Luge to reload here and Stony to do his walk down to the ribbon room, reminder, if you haven't done so already, please join the free Enterprise Discord. Get a chance, hang out, learn some new things. If you're new to the community, if you're new to playing, plenty of resources, both from a document standpoint, but also from a people standpoint. So come in, hang out. We're coming up on tournament season. There's the Legend Sword at the basement.
Oh man.
We're coming up on tournament season soon, so now's the best time to come in and get your feet wet and become part of the community. So come and say hi. Legend Sword at Throne.
That is so huge.
Which means that Ribbon Room gives Stony go mode.
Technically, yeah. It's pretty. It is pretty incredible. If Sony decides to leave after Ribbon Room, it's huge. Anyway, I see Sony has chosen to also have a funny haha.
Mm-hmm.
The
Norse God of Thunder. Done. Have a nice
one
day.
punch. Like Edward hiding from the pink puffs. It's kind of funny.
All right, so we have not seen.
Levels. Nope, nothing to see here, folks.
Nope. All right, so Stony's coming down the ribbon room now. Gonna make the save. Line up our spells.
Oh, I am very excited to see what Sony is gonna do once Sony finishes up with the ribbon room. I mean, pins and needles.
Yeah. I didn't just see it was at the bottom of the Baron.
Orb, but that's very nice.
Is that what it was? Okay. Well, it's very nice for Tibble because he didn't have one.
Yup.
Alright, so Tibble is going to go down to Feymarch, understandably. There's the glance.
Oh, that's scary. But ooh, that man, that Palom is terrifying. I'm glad that Edward took himself out.
Yep.
That's nice actually.
Quad 9s from Sid.
Lovely. That must be Artemis,
Artie
right?
Artie. Yeah, it's Artie.
Wyvern being a dragon is weak to those.
Yep.
Man, I'm so glad he got bonked because that Palom was like one moment away from like
Yeah.
destroying the party.
There's Wall. Casting Warp. Oh no! Nothing happened. That can't do anything, right? Here comes our nukes.
Ouch.
Edward. That's fine. We'll just bring him back to life real quick. Sid will keep on for quad 9s. There we
Very
go.
nice. That fight was like way faster than Table 2. Pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
I was like, surely I can't do anything with that warp because you can't run from those fights. But
There's Ed Baron.
yeah.
What are you gonna
So
do, Sonny?
Stoney.
I mean, doesn't have
Just
exit.
okay.
So.
He bought some, I believe.
Oh, he bought some?
Yeah.
So he's choosing to. Stoney's choosing to stay in the moon. Okay.
I was curious to see if he was
Understandable.
going. I was curious to see if he's going to clear it off, or he's going to take a scrum save, and go down there. But this
That is
point in time,
totally understandable.
as fast as you're doing this, you might as well clear it. I mean, it's probably level 60 now, or pretty darn close to it. Another back of swine on Sid. Verdia take a nap on Tybalt's side. Down goes Bigan.
Yeah,
So
I
both
totally
down now.
understand that you maybe not like don't want to miss out on the Legend Sword being up here in the moon. Yeah, like Zod is also pretty long, and you know you have the top of tower. Are you doing it the top of tower instead of Zod? Right?
I mean, I would.
It also has like a cutscene too, you know, and even if you need to walk up and then down the Tower of Babel.
But to Falkern's point in chat there, he's already underground. You might as well do it.
True.
It's about 6 minutes up and down.
There's something there is something to be said too for like committing to a fate you made, right?
Yeah.
But at some point you gotta try to check spots you haven't checked yet.
White shirt. Stoney's probably getting a little antsy with that Baron key.
Avenger for
There's our exit seat. I've called it.
Instinct.
I told you, he's getting a little antsy with that key in his pocket.
Dang.
This could turn out to be the right play, but it's just
it absolutely is.
It's going to turn out to be the right play, but it's
it
definitely
was
risky.
absolutely burning like a hole in his pocket. I was like, oh, I'm doing stuff, but
chase your objectives.
Unlike the Masamune crystal sword altars are so out of the way.
Yep.
Totally fair.
Now the question is, again, this is where Tybalt's routing can go off the rails for a second.
Oh yeah.
If he decides to chase.
Right, because of the pang, and then
Yep.
and then if you do the pang, you are gonna be above ground. So you might do Zod.
The bonk gives you a twin harp right here, and that's the only thing that could. I mean.
Oh, what a race, folks! This is great.
All right. Yeah, if you're Tybalt, you're going to do tower next. I'd have to imagine so. No. No.
Here we
Sheila
go.
too.
It
Sheila
makes
too.
sense, right?
It
If
does.
Sheila
It's
Sheila's a
faster.
freebie, right? It's faster. If Sheila is the adamant, then you save up having to do a dungeon. Makes total
Yep.
sense. Which is
Chasing the
sad that
pan.
that's not correct,
It's
but you make the choices with the information that you have available to you at any point.
yeah. He saved down bottom, so he's gonna check here. Nothing's gonna show up. He's gonna reset back out. Yep.
Makes total
Now,
sense.
yep. Now he's gonna go to
Wow,
tower.
that's so smart. Wow, that's excellent,
Yep.
Tybalt. Ooh, the moment Tybalt gets that adamant rock, I mean, Sony's not too far off.
No, it's gonna be close. I mean, the only difference here is, well, this is gonna be really close. Depends on if Stone decides to go right for the throne or not.
Ah,
Yeah, if he'd gone to throne, it'd probably been Legend Sword is in the throne
it's in the basement
in the
throne.
basement.
This is
It
bonkers.
yeah, it is bonkers, and I think if Stony would have gone to the throne first, this could be a piece of cake though. It's
I mean,
it's
this is
just
should
gonna.
be really fast. It's just like
The problem
there's
is you
like
got with
a cutscene.
the cutscene is the problem because this is
Like
gonna take a
Lugia is
minute.
also gonna take like 30 seconds. But Sony has to go down to Forge and then go back up to well, T-Wall is already down here too.
So, question now is who has the upper hand in the Z fight? Because with the spoon on Eddie and with the Artie set up on Sid, it's gonna be close.
This is very close.
This is very close.
Yeah, like T-Bolt needs to walk all the way down the tower, and that takes a while too.
Well, Stoney's got to go back into the throne. That's not. I mean, yes, it's not to walk back to the tower, but he's gonna come down here. He's gotta get the item. Go back out to the town. Go back into the.
True.
What are we doing, Stoney?
Huh. Okay. From 480 to 490 MP. Let's go.
Okay.
Give Rudy MP.
And Tybalt's racing.
Yeah, Adamant Rock in Tybalt's possession now. Ooh.
Yeah,
I
Tybalt's
would
already
say that
underground.
Tybalt has a bit of an advantage right now. It
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah, because he's already underground. Stoney has to go back underground.
Yeah.
They can back up to use the pass. So.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't take that long, but it's time to adds up.
This is one of those fights for Stoney's, hating the fact it's this fight, but loving it's this fight at the same time because it's free, but it's slow.
Indeed. The dialogue is pretty slow too. If
So
only the
Tybalt-
Bahamut could have come out before
Right.
the dialogue. That would have been nice.
So Tybalt's gonna go forge the sword and get the crystal. He's forging the sword, which is actually a whip.
Indeed. He's a great smith.
It is. It's fantastic. That's talent right there.
My favorite is when he takes the adamant rock at the legend sword and makes you a wooden staff.
That's fantastic.
That's powerful.
Hourglass 3s, don't care about that. Black belt shirt. It's not bad.
There's the mist whip, which is a nothing burger.
All objectives complete. Tybalt is now ready to roll.
Indeed.
Just checking to make
Gas,
sure that
gas.
agility is in good shape.
What was Thibault's agility for
I
Lydia?
think it said 11.
11's pretty okay.
Yeah, I think
I've
it
seen
said
better,
11.
but I've seen worse.
There's the Legend Sword for Stony, plus completing the throne.
The bad part of the curse ring, it is definitely gonna tank Lydia's offensive magic
Yep.
potential a little bit, but you know, with the proper equipment, that's not gonna be that bad. Still pretty
Well,
bad.
we have an abbreviated walk here to the moon.
True.
That means
And
we don't have much time to discuss what normally happens when we go to the moon.
and the thing is that it seems that Tybalt is gonna do reflect strats, while Stony seems to be aiming for like hybrid strats, which is fair. Like that should make Tybalt's fight faster, but also the agility situation for mage reflex strats are pretty tough in Sea Hero.
There's some Z flags in chat.
Oh yeah. Uh, as usual, we do not randomize where Zeramus is, but since this is a randomizer, we like to randomize stuff whenever possible, so we just randomize what Zeramus looks like. Therefore, Rex, go on.
We always ask here as part of the Free Enterprise community, whose butt are we kicking tonight?
Indeed.
So, big shout out to our wonderful artists in the community who put these sprites together. Several hundred of them. It's always exciting to see what sprite shows up.
Oh man, yeah, Tybalt has like a few. Tybalt entered the
Yeah, Tybalt's got
here
about a minute head start.
yeah, at like 35 minutes, like 30 seconds or something.
Will it be a cute butt? Will it have a butt? Can the butt do taxes? Will it wear a hat? Is its friend a mouse? Does it live in a house? We don't
Does it
know.
live in a house?
We
Is
shall
it a
see.
house? It could be
Is
a
it, yeah,
house.
is it a house?
I don't know if Hell House from Final Fantasy VII is in the pool. It might be, as far as like.
I'm still waiting to see Rexel show up from Final Fantasy VI.
Oh, that might be in it, in the pool. It is a pretty iconic boss from 6, so it might be.
Alright, so Stony's making his last preparations. You can never trust the butt. Not in this case. Alright, so Stony's getting his party set up. Gonna from one more cabin.
Ooh, what was Rudy's agility for Sony?
I didn't see.
I guess he just knows. Like Sony just knows.
Well, at this point, I don't even know if you can. He doesn't have any items to be able to modify it. Oh, to mimic. Oof.
Spooky.
Mimic miss. Yeah, I don't know if he has the equipment to be able to modify the agility anyway. Definitely can't trust the butt in this case. Nope.
Absolutely not. Does anyone know where this sprite of the mimic is from? It seems that it's from like, I don't know, like Breath of Fire or something, but I wouldn't know.
Definitely not the mimics I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
Reflection.
Falcon saying that. Oh, it's from Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
One of the 1700 Dragon Quest games, I'm sure.
Reflect strats are going to be doing some serious work. This is definitely a close race. The paths that we're taking. This goes to show you as an audience member, even if you have been running for a long while, or you're new to running, or haven't started running yet, you'll learn that there are multiple ways to get from point A to point B, and our runners showed you that today. Vastly different paths to get there.
it is kind of interesting because some seeds kind of want to be played in quotes as like a certain way, and both races just like do that. It's like the most optimal thing because it's very obvious. But some other times it's like, yeah, go do stuff, you know, and then you do whatever and then come back. Radius down, but I don't think Tybalt
I don't
cares
think
much.
it's gonna, yeah, that's gonna matter.
Everyone else is putting in the good work.
I think we're about 2 casts away from being done on Tibbet's side.
Having Jang be the target of the Starville is smart. Makes total sense.
Yeah, you're gonna put that on your and we're done there on
Wow,
Tibbet's side.
Tybalt masterfully doing that service. It went by like
Yeah,
crazy.
you're gonna put your Star Veil on your highest HP character because they can afford to not be healed.
Absolutely.
GG Tibble.
Tybalt is
Yeah,
gonna be
Stony.
joining us here in the booth. Stoney's not having any issues either, though.
No, that's it's probably about a minute behind is all it's gonna end up being.
This race came down to the wire for sure. Oh, the hidden Cure 3 in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Kemet said is one of my favorite strategies.
And there's Tybalt.
GG's.
GG.
Great work.
That was fun.
I'm,
It was a fun
I'm glad
scene.
you remember the top of the tower.
Yeah, I was gonna do the top of the tower. Like, it was one of those, like, I don't want to do it right now. I'll do it later.
We
Yep.
were very concerned that you were going to fade that till the very end. We're like, well, he kind of
I mean-
needs to go there.
Yeah, it was the last thing underground that I had to do. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it now. I'm gonna put a save spot at the bottom, and if it's nothing, I'll reset out and do Twin Harp. And I'll exit out of Self, so I'm down to 1 HP. So like, there were some thought processes behind it.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. Oh, and Stoney's going for the kamikaze strat.
Oh, found kamikazes.
Come on,
It did work.
Stoney.
It did work.
Come on,
It
Stoney.
did
Aw.
work.
That's an HP refill too. Come on, Stoney.
It
Oh,
worked.
that's,
Well, why leave that Fusoya on the bed the first time? We were scratching our
Because-
heads.
Like, at that point, it's like, okay, so at that point, I'm a full mage party. I had seen the DKC, and I'm like, my HP options are limited for people that I have. Best music ever for me.
I was going to say that was
Oh.
what I like.
Yeah, too bad you fitted that, huh? I mean,
Uh.
rightfully so.
Yeah. I saw the food there, and I'm like, do I really want to take food? Like, I've got 3 mages. Do I want, just another mage party? I mean, I could. I saw the DKC, and I'm like, who are my HP sponges that I have available? Young and Sid. But I wanted that Cecil so bad because he gave us easy access to a crystal sword. He gave us
Yep.
a Zeus Gauntlet bandana and early Adam. I was like, I wanted the Cecil.
I
wanted
think
the near vanilla party.
Stoney was doing the same thing. Stoney didn't pick up his 5th character till late. I mean, late. I think what about like an hour 20 or something like that was when he picked up his 5th character finally, holding out for probably the Cecil.
And it was just like,
So-
all right, fine. I'll go Fu. I'll grab Yang for my HP for DKC, and we'll be fine.
Yeah,
But,
so-
how much can Rydia solo at the very beginning? Like,
yeah, we were
Yeah.
shocked. You made some like interesting decisions. So we were like, wow, Tybalt is doing some like non-standard stuff. It was pretty cool to see. Like Solo Iridia at like level 20 with the sirens. That was great.
because I wasn't committed to Yang, because like, yeah, his claws are great if you can find them in wild shops. So it's a lot more versatility than just him. And Sid's super slow, and I'm not taking the old man, so. Well, I'll take Fu, but not Tello.
Not Tello. Not Fu Light.
Yeah.
So at what point in time did you finally commit and say, okay, this is the part? Obviously, you went and did your gold dragon grind, which a lot of us, including those in chat, completely forgot you could find gold dragons in cave value. But that's I'm guessing that's where you finally said, you know what, this is who I'm going to take, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to go forward.
Yeah, like if Ordeals had turned into like the package, I would have checked the character there. But if it wasn't Cecil, Kane was still an NFP at that point. But if it ended up being like a duplicate, I would have said, all right, fine, I'm going with the food, grabbing the Yong, and let's go. Like,
Totally fair. He's a great like big bag of HP to put the Starless on too.
mm-hmm. So that's where the actual turning decision was. The Ordeals. Is there another character spot available after this? Oh, it's just a Crystal Helm. Okay. Well, I got food, 3 more bosses. Let's go pick them up.
Yep. So Stony just now dropped the mimic. It was good. It was getting to be very close because as soon as we found that the adamant armor was the top of, or the adamant rock was the top of the tower, we're like, this could go a million different ways, and then it kind of all converged at once. And Stony decided, instead of going from Baron 1 to the throne, which is what you did, he went up to the Baron 2 boss first. And if he'd gone to the throne, it'd have been even closer. Because you both took the pink puff fight. Thank you very much for the memes.
We both did pink puffs.
So
look, you do it once. You don't do it any more than just once in a race like that. Because at the point you're grinding for it. No, it's got to be the one time.
You both did it. That's great. Was actually so. Question for you. I did have this. I forgot because way early on. Did you think about trying to take the hair dryers early on when you first got the darkness crystal?
No.
Okay.
When you've got full mage party, like, and you have regular sirens available to, there's not really a point to look at the Miabs. Because the Miabs you're looking for, maybe another adamant armor, crystal sword, avenger, dragoon lance, all those tier 8s.
Sure.
Have a higher chance of being in those chests, and I didn't really have anybody that needed that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just curious because I know early on, if you have access, sometimes that's a route that runners will take. If they'll go up there and do that early. I just was curious on the thought process of that. So
yeah, I mean, we had coffins and sirens. Like, you can easily do, get your eggs and get just the same amount of experience in a little bit faster and safer fashion.
Gotcha. But yeah, that was a fantastic run. Alchemy, you got something else?
Nope, GG Stibald.
Thank
Will
you.
be seeing you. Are you gonna join the tournament?
I am gonna join the tournament. I just haven't.
Hell yeah!
If anybody wants to join up with a party with me, or if I just want to be a freelancer,
we'll see you there then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
GG.
Thank you. This has always been fun. I hope for the next season, see what 5.0 brings into this, because I know
I'm loving the idea of working on the 5.0 flags, but I'm also dreading it. That's gonna be a lot of work. But well, it should be fun.
So much more versatility to it there. You could bring other customizable characters from maybe the other Final Fantasies into this.
I've thought about that.
Yeah. I would love to see bosses
from Final
Fantasy 6 in this. Is what I would love to see. That would be fantastic. See the bosses crossover, but that's a wish list item.
Yeah.
But congratulations, well done.
Thank you. I always enjoy playing these. I always enjoy the watching them back. Thanks for the restream and the commentary. I'll definitely watch this one back. And GG's. And anything else for me?
Yeah, let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
All right. Have a good one.
Perfect. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Alright, looks like Stoney's running in here. GG, Stoney.
GG, everybody.
So
we're pretty gutsy at the end there, huh?
Yeah. If I didn't get that big bang, I think the kamikaze could take them out. It was gonna be close, and unfortunately the big bang went out, and then I ate the big bang and only had 21 health left with Rosa, but somehow I was able to recover from that. So
That was a massive recovery, by the way.
Yes,
like
it
I
was.
know it can be frustrating and all that because your group play didn't work, but the recovery was like absurdly good. You should feel proud of like rescuing the fight.
I actually am, because I almost immediately reset once that kamikaze didn't kill. But I was like, let me just give it a try. Let's see what happens. And
Yep.
thankfully, I stuck with it.
Well, fantastic.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic run though. It was one of those things where this was fun to do as a commentator and obviously as a audience member watching. You and Tibble took completely different runs the entire seat. I mean, you crossed paths here or there, but it was exciting to see the decision making.
I'm sure a lot of people were questioning my alt gauntlet at Antlion it very early.
It
worked
was at the
out.
same time it worked out because as soon as we saw the pink tail come out of it, we're like, okay, cool, that's going to work out tremendously. It's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping for something maybe a little more elaborate that would have helped me finish the seed a little quicker. But I mean, an adamant armor is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah. So what was the thought process on? Because it looked like you kept that 5th spot in your party open till very late. Were you hoping to run into Cecil, or what was your plan with that?
I was just trying for something that wasn't an Edward, wasn't a Yang, wasn't a Tella, and the Porum popped up, and I thought maybe I take it, maybe I don't. And my initial thought was run hybrid strat, or hybrid strat. So I kind of went with that and I had the spoon, I had the adamant armor, I had the equipment to feed them, and then I ended up trying the reflect strats with kamikaze anyway. So I'm thinking it would have been a little quicker if I just went with the Porum, but I mean, it is what it is.
Still phenomenal work. Like the way you handled some of those bosses was like textbook perfect. So and the routing was really good still. So GG's again, Sony.
Thank
Are
you very
you-
much.
Are
Go ahead.
you aiming to join the upcoming tournament?
Yes, I already have a team together,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna start doing practice runs here probably tonight.
Beautiful. We'll be seeing you there then.
Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't miss this for the world. And Alchemy, I have to give it to you. This Baron's Heroes journey has been a fun ride. I appreciate you putting together this club. It's just a little backstory for each seed, every flag set. It's been perfect. So I really appreciate
Thank
you
you.
for putting into the effort on this.
I appreciate anyone that comes and plays it then. Thanks.
We do appreciate you
Absolutely.
doing the pink puff fight, though. We do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I would have thought it would have been absolutely hilarious if I was able to actually pull the adamant off when Tybalt's been basically doing it all club season.
Yep.
He of course also did it.
Yeah, he of course also did it. So.
Oh, I figured he would have. But
Yeah,
one
it was a
of
good
these
run, though.
days it'll pop up.
Yep.
One of these days, indeed.
All right, Alchemy, you got anything else for Stony before we let it go?
Nope.
All right, well, GG's again, Stony. Thank you very much for your excellent play and your time here. Chat with us afterwards.
Thank you guys as always for the restreaming as well. I appreciate y'all.
Of course. Have a great day.
You
Take care.
too.
All
Wow.
right, that
What a
was a
phenomenal
race. Yeah, that was a fantastic race.
Look,
So
A capital air raise. Well, folks, we're gonna be waiting to Taylor Swiveling, who's doing practice for the upcoming tournament.
yeah, so
Once
well, you
again,
want
you can join the Discord if you wanna
Yeah.
check that out.
I was gonna say you want to give a quick rundown of the tournament coming up.
Oh yeah, it's awesome because it's a tournament that uses flags that people from that have been working on forks of the randomizer have done, and they've done some pretty wacky and interesting flags, and they just took previous tournaments flag sets, some like classics, and just put them through the blender with the fog flags, and we got a team-based event with those, and it's super cool.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Join the Discord to get more information on that. In the meantime, again, we are raiding Taylor Swifting's channel, so make sure if you haven't done so, follow their channel when you get there. Follow this channel if you haven't done so also. On behalf of Beauty and Discovery, has been doing the restreaming for us today. Falgren doing the tracking, and Alchemy, my cohort in crime here on the commentary. I am Rexel the Gamer Dad. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon.
Take care.